position of being an elected official in DEI. And I want to suggest to everyone here, first, giving honor to God from whom all blessings flow. We are in the house of God. I want to break this down and I want to pivot and I want to talk about DEI. And I want to talk about that word that I think everyone here feels like that we kind of slow to say now. It's been stripped. And it's two words really. It's staying woke. Now all of a sudden, Donald Trump been in the White House for a while and people are kind of shy about saying the word woke. We're staying woke. But I would suggest to you that not only are we looking at African Americanism and people of color from a business perspective, as John Harmon talked about, but I also want to lean into the perspective that the good Reverend talked about, into the everyday person, the everyday man. Because my responsibility here in Princeton is to be responsible for 33,000 people. Some have not. Some do well, some do not. Some are very vulnerable. 15, as a matter of fact, I picked up last week and whisked off to, we don't really know where. So I want to talk to you a little bit, and like I said, I'm going to be brief, not just about being woke and staying woke, but about being awake and completely awake. Because when you're woke, you're aware of what's going on now. You're aware of everything you've heard us talk about here tonight. And most of y'all have already got it because you are here. But the difference between being woke, staying woke, and awake, as you understand the need for action. We are in some uncertain times right now. And I can't tell you how difficult it is. And David, put your hand up if I'm right. It is to be an elected official at any level at this time with the ground shaking underneath your feet. You don't know what to expect. So as a quick example, one of the things we're dealing with now is this ITA. Some people in town want us to shout up and down about what we stand for here in Princeton, the values we stand for, and forgive me for being in the church, but to kind of give the finger to Donald Trump and the administration. But we're trying to weigh what our options are. And although we know what we stand for and we know the values, we don't have the ability to be community activists, because a community activist can be structured, they can be focused, and they're concentrated to be successful on knocking the door down. But a community activist don't care what's behind the door when you knock it down. But when you're an elected official and you knock that door down, you've got to know what's behind the door. So I'm saying all this to say to you, when we break all of this down, that DEI got to be alive and well. We cannot let it die. We cannot just sit around and act like nothing has happened. We have all got to leave here tonight and call somebody and take somebody to the next activity, to the next thing that we do to get people on track to understand that we could lose our democracy. Right now, the Constitution as we know it is not worth the paper it's printed on.